You know what I believe? What you do is build a muscle when you're working out, whether you build your muscles, working in a workplace environment, building your mind, your body, your mental. It's like either you're building a lazy muscle or a stronger muscle, those muscles that bounce back, and and you're just building those muscles until you have built that muscle. And I talk about the workplace environment because that's where I have been most of my life. And then you take that muscle that you have built into the next phase of your life, whether it's holding a different position at another job, whether it's owning your own business, whether it's doing whatever you want. But that muscle that you have built within your mind, within your body, that adrenaline, that going and going and going and going muscle, it follows you into the next phase. You can train it still to how you want it to be, but it's something about that muscle you build every day, whether you're conscious of it or you're not conscious of it, whether you have to do it because it is a way of living for you. That muscle, the muscle that you have built. So this is something like for real, building that muscle, whether it's, reading all the time, training your brain, learning all the time, unlearning all the time. Those are muscles within the body that I feel. Every day at work, working in a workplace environment is what I talk about most of the time because that's where I have been most of my life. You are training that muscle, whether that muscle is focus, whether it's laziness, whether it's resilience or curiosity. And whatever you train is what follows you into the next season of your life. And as I was thinking about this today and, just pondering upon it and had some wow factors come out of my head, I was like, let me look this up and see if there is any, neural stuff behind this. Like, what is the experts saying about this? And, okay, it goes, sums up what I'm saying is work is not just a paycheck. It's a gym for your mind and your habits. And you can build a lazy muscle by avoidance or low effort or checked out. Or on the flip side, you can build a busy, strong muscle, which would be resilient, adaptable, or engaged. Both of these muscles, it is said, are built by repetition. And I know that for a fact, living everyday life. When you leave that job to go somewhere else or to work for yourself, the muscle you've been building comes with you, which is your patterns clock in at the next new place also. And that is from Psychology Today. There's also that brain muscle that loves to learn and is willing to unlearn what no longer serves you, even when it's uncomfortable. Now that's deep right there on a whole lot of different topics, whether it be Christianity, religion, the way you wash your body, the way you speak to people, the way you respond to people, the way you just on so many different levels, right? It can become uncomfortable to unlearn the things that you have learned. I know that for me, it's a true fact. So here it says neuroscience back this up. Repeated behaviors literally rewire the brain, the neuroplasticity. So what you do daily at work forms pathways that get stronger and more automatic over time. Lazy muscle versus strong muscle at work. And they say you can think of it like this. All of these are habits, and habits are just mental reps that become automatic over time. The power of unlearning. That's deep there. Unlearning is like putting a weight down so you can pick up a heavier, better one. And it says here that it moves through 3 moves. It would be acknowledge, release, and replace. The acknowledge, this way I've been working or thinking is outdated or harmful where I'm going right now. The second one, release. Stop repeating the old pattern, even if it once kept you safe. So you stop feeding that old muscle. Replace. Practice a new pattern on purpose so your brain rewires around the new way of being. Independent, I can share from my experience only, independent on what it is, I've noticed that it doesn't happen right away, right? I've heard stories where somebody say, as far as the working out part one, they would go in the gym and they would just sit there in the gym and not do a thing and just sit there. The second time they go to the gym, they might touch something, might lift something, but then they go back to sitting. And then eventually, they kept doing that and kept doing that and kept doing that the same time or whatever time during the day. And eventually, they were up to a full level workout that benefited them and made them feel good. And I noticed that about small things that I try to change in my life. It's like, not only that wording of I'll get to that later, maybe later I'll get to it. Damn, I keep saying I'll get to it later and I haven't gotten to it yet, but I have to put my hands on it. I have to do something with it, even if I don't complete the whole thing, just do little teeny weeny things towards it every single day. And eventually it's like bam, 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 boom, boom, bam, but sometimes it takes a minute. That's where growth mindset comes in. Believing you can change your muscle instead of saying, this is just how I am. It's going to be like that forever and ever and ever till they put me in the body bag. I added that part. But anyway, how to train the muscle you want. If you want that strong bounce back muscle that's ready for the next level of life or self-employment, small daily practices matter more than big occasional efforts. And I'm going to stop there for a minute. Some types of relationships, whether it's intimate relationships, co-worker relationships, friend relationships, family relationships, you get into some personalities or behaviors have you wanting to compete with them. You know, when you're doing something new and they want you to go out all full-fledged on it, you know, whether it's going to, you know, race or, you know, do a mini race or something like that. And or when you first start out getting back into working out or something like that, and they'll just like overdo it. They'll be overdoing it and you have to keep up with them. And that's, you know, that wasn't good for me. And I go even slower, you know, when I'm with somebody and I notice that type of behavior that's right beside me. But you can practice single task focus at work. Finish one thing before jumping to the next. This builds a muscle of completion, not constant half done. And I do have something to say on that one as far as, you know, I used to be able to multitask and do different things, but I make sure I know my job first, inside and out. And when people say don't multitask, those multitasks come automatically when you've been doing it forever and ever and ever. Like, it becomes like clockwork. And then people think you're multitasking, but what you're doing is you have built that muscle to be able to do that. And you're not, you know, especially when you're not that type of person that's showing off or anything like that. You're in an emergency situation, you operate in a calm manner and you get shit done because you know your shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just had to throw that in there too. Regularly step out of your comfort zone. Take on a new type of task. Speak up once in a meeting. This trains you to move even when you feel unsure. Now I have a task that I need to complete. I put on myself because I have to create my own policies and procedures now that I'm not working anymore and things that I need to do. And this here topic is going to help me as I learn about it. You know, it's like, yeah, I already know that, but I wanted to go deeper into it because now I'm going through it. And it's like I have not touched. Once I found out the research and how to do something, I have not touched it yet. I don't know if it's fear that I'm going to not know how to do it, even with instructions or whatever, but I need to get to it and touch it. You know, even a teeny weeny piece of it. So I don't know. Give your brain reps. Learn one new thing related to your craft or your future goal each day. Like, you just can't take a whole elephant of it. You just have to find a little cricket of it, a little teeny weeny bitsy piece of it. For me, and this is actually the advice that they're giving. Build close the day rituals so your mind knows how to shut work off and reset instead of living in constant mental clutter. I noticed that about me also. It's like it get a certain time of the day and I'm like, all right, it's time to wind down, you know, get ready for the nighttime chores, the bed chores, the after eating chores or something like that. Over time, that's how the workplace, even a toxic or boring one, becomes your training ground instead of your cage, right? And I just wanted to share that today as it might help somebody else as I'm thinking about it. And this is definitely going to help me not beat up myself and get mad at myself because I'm not doing things as fast as I know that I can. But this is something new for me. So, you know, give myself grace, still smile about the steps and things that I have done in my life this far. All right. Peace.